Diddy, once the king of parties and music mogul adored by celebrities, now finds himself at the center of a courtroom drama that's spiraling into the darkest corners of human behavior. The once polished image is falling apart day by day as shocking testimony from Cassie and others spills into the public. This isn't just tabloid mess. It's disturbing, graphic, and unforgettable. It's the kind of trial that feels like a train wreck, impossible to ignore, even as every new detail makes you want to look away. Cassie took the stand recently, and what she revealed about her past with Diddy is beyond disturbing. These aren't just claims of infidelity or emotional abuse. This is a twisted world of control, manipulation, and acts that sound more like horror stories than real-life experiences. For the first time in over 6 years, Cassie and Diddy found themselves in the same room. She didn't hold back. What she described was a series of events that felt more choreographed than spontaneous. As if Diddy wasn't just a participant, he was directing them like one of his music videos. But this wasn't music. It was something else entirely. Cassie laid out what she called freak-offs, and they weren't just one-time experiences. They were carefully planned nights with steps, routines, and bizarre rituals. According to her, Diddy would help her choose male escorts. They used everything from agency photos to Craigslist, even Backpage. Sometimes Cassie herself would have to respond to the ads using her real contact details. The only requirement? At one point, it was just that the man had to be black and well endowed. But eventually, the standards became more flexible. The important thing was that Diddy approved. The first step in the freak-off, as Cassie described, involved descriptive foreplay. That means the man would arrive, and even if Diddy wasn't in the room, she'd have to describe everything happening to him out loud. Touching would follow, with baby oil and lubricants being a big part of the process. Diddy was reportedly obsessed with it. Cassie said he demanded oiling every 5 minutes, as if it was some kind of ritual. It had to be perfect. It had to look a certain way. He wanted control over every single detail. Cassie even compared it to a music video, the way Diddy would arrange the lighting, candles, and props. Not just any candles either. These were scented, hand-picked to create an atmosphere. But as time went on, the candles turned into professional studio lights. Actual lights that could change colors, giving the room a staged look. It's the kind of surreal image that makes you question reality. A music mogul standing in a room filled with artificial red light, demanding more oil, giving orders like a director on set. Only this set wasn't for art. It was for his own dark satisfaction. Oral sex came next. Cassie admitted that at times, she'd rush through it just to get it over with. That was followed by intercourse. And depending on who the escort was, some were regulars. Diddy would sometimes join in. She described moments when she'd be having sex with one man while simultaneously giving oral to Diddy, or vice versa. It was chaos. It was choreographed. And all of it was about what Diddy wanted. But then came the part that truly turned people's stomachs. Cassie said that after the escort would finish, Diddy had one specific request. He wanted the semen rubbed on his body, on his nipples, in another room. She said it was something he asked for repeatedly. It was part of the routine. The level of control, the level of humiliation. It left people speechless. And it didn't stop there. Afterward, Diddy would ask questions. Not just casual ones, but detailed ones. How did it feel? What did the man look like? Did she enjoy it? It was like he needed every sensory detail, as if the memory wasn't enough. He needed the story. He needed to control even her thoughts. It's the kind of testimony that makes you question everything about who someone really is. Diddy, the man behind Bad Boy Records, the same man who once walked red carpets with Hollywood elites and laughed it up with Kevin Hart, French Montana, and others. Now, those same friends have disappeared, silent. Not a tweet, not a word. No one wants to be associated with the man behind the alleged freak-offs. It's like he's radioactive. His name is now a liability. The party is over, and everyone's running for the exit. Even 50 Cent joined the conversation in his own way, clowning Diddy on social media. One of the anonymous Jane Does reportedly said she felt relieved when she saw Diddy's genitals, because, according to her, they were small. In her words, it was an itty-bitty Diddy. That kind of public ridicule is brutal, but 50 didn't. Hold back! Neither did Cameron or Gillie. Everyone's having a field day, but under all the jokes, the reality is still deeply disturbing. The trial is far from over. There are still more people set to testify, including Aubrey O'Day. She's been vocal about Diddy for years and now finally gets her chance to speak under oath. She's not the type to hold back, and you can already feel the anticipation building. People want to know what else is coming. What else is hiding behind the polished suits, the champagne, the music videos, and the carefully curated public image? One reporter, Lauren LaRosa, has been there every day giving updates. She stood outside the court surrounded by cameras, media crews, and chaos trying to make sense of everything. According to her, these events were elaborate. There were multiple men, multiple sessions, sometimes lasting hours. Cassie described entire nights where she'd be with 4 different men, each one more bizarre than the last. And when it was over, Diddy would ask for the most intimate, disturbing details. The worst part? Cassie said many of the encounters were recorded, not just by her, but by Diddy too, on phones, on camcorders. They were shared, traded, kept. These weren't secret tapes hidden away. According to Cassie, this was part of the arrangement, and that's what makes everything feel so much worse. It wasn't just abuse. It was abuse turned into entertainment, saved like home movies for later use. Now the courtroom is packed. The world is watching. And each new day brings more testimony, more jaw-dropping claims, more reasons to wonder how something like this could go on for so long without anyone stopping it, and why now finally the truth is pouring out. Maybe it's because people are no longer afraid. Maybe it's because the power Diddy once held is finally slipping through his fingers. One thing is certain, the public may never look at Diddy the same way again. The man who once threw the wildest parties in the world is now at the center of one of the darkest stories in entertainment history. And this story is still being written. We don't know how it ends, but it's clear that what's come out so far has already shattered the illusion forever. There's no going back. The music has stopped, the lights are on, and everyone's finally seeing what was hiding in the dark.